Right, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. Today I'm coming to talk about uniformity and laws. Uniformity and laws. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is this right here. Whenever you are allowing someone to define your wrong and your right, you are living under laws that is not uniform. Why? Because these are not your laws. You are conditioned and you are forced into something that is not in the natural state of who you are. Now, when you are studying birds, right? Even though you have different types of birds in the world, you have crows, you have eagles, and you have other things that exist, but they do not cohabitate with each other. They don't mate with each other. Unless man are doing some type of experimentation on them, then, that's just some sick shit that man insert into their own ideological thing when they are experimenting on shit. But uniform laws is your own common sense. Because when you have common sense means that you can feel what's right and wrong, not know what's right and wrong. Because even when you believe, when we were in the systems of beliefs, we say, okay, now we found out that this wasn't right. It's not about believing, it's about knowing. So then you go to knowledge or knowledge. And then now come to find out that it's not even about knowing. It's about feeling. Because when you feel something, this is you utilizing your higher state of science or your higher state of psychic abilities to know who and what you are around and what environment that you are taking place in when you are dealing with certain people and things. So when I'm talking about uniform and laws is something that you must feel. You cannot use man's laws to define your right and wrong. Again, you will not be yourself. You get what I'm saying? So now, another thing too is this. When you are studying the universe, when you are studying the moon has 4 cycles. The 4 cycles represent the 4 quarters, which represent your full moon. When your full moon is manifested, this is something giving birth to information which is going to be a foundation for your uniformity and laws. Everything plays a role in nature. When you look at the sun, it's laws. Why? Because it keeps your cells in cosmic rhythm. The certain information that is coming into your neuromelanin or your melanocytes by way of photosynthesis. You are a book that's being written. You have an author, which is fate. Your author is destiny. You get what I'm saying? And you are a book. People try to figure out what's wrong and what's right. Who am I? Where do I come from? It's not for you to figure out. That's not your duty. Your duty is to just be. Because when you try to figure out who you are, and you know you can't answer the questions to who you are, the question is, why do we have to be anything? That's the question. Why do we have to know? Why do we have to seek? Everything that you need is inside of you. Anybody that teaches you to look for something outside of yourself has an agenda. Because again, you were not distributed into a dimension that did not provide the things that you needed when you were distributed into that dimension. That's not uniformity laws. And the universe does not have scales that is unbalanced. It is a balanced scale within the constellations. This is why you are able to think the way you think. But when your thoughts are altered by way of energy, people who seek energy to get into certain portals, meaning into your world or into your mind to control your thoughts, whether it's by way of religion, political systems and things like that. Because again, you have to study nature. Nature don't have political systems. They don't vote. They don't have religious systems. They don't know what a God is. So us compared to nature, we are very handicapped, right? They don't have supermarkets, but they self-persevere very well. That's the first rule of law. When you study in nature, you are studying a fragment of yourself. You exist everywhere. It's just like when somebody leaves the body, they're not only leaving the body in one component, they are leaving the body in billions of components, so they are spreading. Once they leave the body, you have millions of components of energies that is spreading, that can occupy the trees. You are the tree. When you speak, your voice is energy. So therefore you are astral projecting. So if your voice touches a tree, then you become that tree. So what you say affect the plants. What you say affect nature. So if you are using words that is vibing on low frequency toward plants and trees, and every day you go to that tree or plant and you use those low frequencies, you kill that tree. Meaning you are killing a part of yourself. You kill that plant, meaning you are killing a part of yourself. Don't believe me? Try it. Get a plant. Give it all the water and sunlight you want. But your words is the most powerfulest thing. Why? Because it comes from a creator, which is your mind. And I ain't talking about a physical mind. I'm talking about a spiritual mind, which is existent in another world to provide for you the things that you need in the next life, whether it's storing up something or whether it's helping you to distribute something, to impregnate a part of yourself so that when you get there, it will proceed you to help you to be who you need to be in that next life or the other dimension. Again, you exist everywhere. So this is the uniformity in laws. This is uniformity. This is the uniform of foundation when it comes to your thought process. You can't think without energy, right? And energy can't move without motion. So everything is in the sequence of numbers. When you study a formula, formula is laws. Man don't go off formula. Man go off greed and agenda. So this is why you will never see justice in the physical world. You have to create and define your own laws. You have to create and define your own laws. So again, a lot of people say, well, I try to deal with this person, I deal with that person. These people are not for you to deal with. You have your own fingerprint for a reason. There's a reason why you look in the mirror and there's only one person looking back at you, and that's you. Your destiny is your destiny. Your destiny is not your mother's destiny, your child's destiny, your husband, your wife's destiny. Physical, you're not trying to keep the physical things, because physical things is not what you are. This is a matriarchal component that keeps you sidetracked, because obligation is a religion. Obligation is a religion. Because when you say, well, I'm obligated to this flesh person, and they say, well, you my cousin, you're supposed to look out. Who said that? Who made that up? You have no obligations to no one but yourself. No one but yourself. So with that much said, again, keep an open mind, meaning to keep an open soul, but guard it. Be careful of what you let into your soul, because you are the soul. Your soul is your world. Your thoughts is the citizens that you create inside of that soul, which is your world. So are you creating sovereign thoughts? Because again, you cannot get sovereignty from a piece of paper. Sovereignty comes from the way that you think. You create your environment. You are your environment. Anytime you say, well, I can't do this, well, I'm trying to do that, or I just started this, I'm new in this. You're not new in that. You're just creating justifications for yourself to not be able to manifest that which you can manifest without having to go through grad school or to go through some type of, some type of stuff that you do when you're doing football, basketball, and you're working out and stuff like that. You don't need none of that. Your thoughts are different. You don't have to exercise thoughts. You are your thoughts. You can say what you want to say. You can be wherever you want to be at any time you want to be. Astral projection is not some spooky shit that people teaching y'all about rising up out of your body and shit like that. Yes, a part of you leave your body, but every time you speak a word, you are astral projection, because that's a fragment of you breaking off from that soul. Your soul is lending you volume. Volume is vibration. Vibration is frequency. Frequency is words. Am I correct? So again, it's time to lighten up. Let's get our spiritual mind together. Quit all the religions, all the family, all that bullshit is a sidetrack. Self-preservation is the first rule of law. Stay in uniformity to your soul, which is who you are. Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.